This was a great weekend. The Bulldogs finally won a game. The Panthers finally didn't lose a game because they had a bye week. Only bad thing about this weekend, the fact that I didn't finish my midterms. But it's cool because C's get degrees up in here, man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Bowie State Sports Talks. I am your host, Jalen Sims. As you can see, we're not in the radio station. We're in my room because the radio station is on some stuff. Let's just leave it there. So with that being said, I'll be here for at least the next 2 episodes. Maybe even every other episode after that, depending on how things go in the future. So I'm not gonna be like super loud while talking, because I got I got like suit mates on this side and behind me. So I don't want to be OC loud and they hear me, that turns into a noise complaint. So I'm gonna keep my tone kind of down on these upcoming episodes. But like I said, I'm in my room, because the radio station is on something. So, still gotta get the job done, no matter what. With that being said, the Bulldogs, they got the job done this weekend, as they are now 4-4. They gave Bluefield State a warm welcome into the CIAA with a 40-14 victory. The Bulldogs ended their 3-game loser streak and extended Bluefield losing streak to 6 games. The biggest takeaway from this game, to me, was the fact that the Bulldogs started red shirt freshman Jordan Morse instead of Amir. Jordan finished the game with 13. He finished the game 13 for 17 with 177 yards and 1 touchdown. Also 10 rushes for 60 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. During the halftime, right before halftime, when Coach Kyle got interviewed, he said they went back to the drawing board for offense due to their recent struggles this season. Well, I think one of the things that you at the board was making Jordan their new QB1. It's only one game, and I don't want to hype him up too much, but I think it's safe to say they need to draw that on the board every weekend. That should be the number one thing they draw on. That should be the number one thing they draw on the board. Like no disrespect to Amir Jenkins, but I think it was time for this new QB system, like this new QB, to be changed, right? Because Amir, he had the best completion percentage in the CIAA, as he threw 104 for 169, but he also threw 8 interceptions and only 5 touchdowns. 4 of those interceptions came in the red zone. Hopefully this was a permanent change and not like a one-game thing, because maybe Amir was hurt or whatever the case may be. But hopefully this was a permanent QB1 change. But anywho, on Jordan second offensive drive of the game, when he ran for 21 yards on 2nd and 20 after escaping a sack, I knew he was the new QB1. Keep making plays like that, he gonna overtake DeAndre Jordan as the best Jordan in sports history. Yeah, it ain't you, Michael Jordan, DeAndre Jordan. I'm a Clippers fan. You feel me? But on that 21-yard play, the left tackle and the tight end made me scratch my head. They blocked absolutely no one. In fact, the tight end blocked the left tackle, which allowed the defensive end, the right defensive tackle, and the middle linebacker to get to the backfield in like 0.2 seconds. Fortunately, it was a play-action play, so they bit on the running back receiving the ball, which he didn't, and that allowed Jordan to run 21 yards. But that was a head scratcher this game. I'm glad it worked out, but it shouldn't have worked out. They didn't get that together. Another thing that made me smile this game was that the Bulldogs, they was on the 1-yard line again, right before halftime. I thought history was going to repeat itself, but it didn't. It was 1st and goal, 2 timeouts left. They was up 13-0 with 30 seconds left in the game. This time, they made the right decision instead of kicking the field goal like they did 2 weeks ago. Maybe they're watching the podcast and they taking notes like, this big dog J guy here, he's talking about a little bit. He know a little something. I'm glad they didn't kick the field goal again, because I was going to jump through the screen if they did. But let me give some love to the defense. Defense got 4 picks. Jadon Carter, he got a pick 6. That's his 3rd pick of the season and 1st pick 6 of the season for him and the Bulldogs. He's only one of 8 players in the CIAA to have a pick 6 this season so far. Hassan Mosley and Devin Williams got their second picks of the season, as they both had won this game. And Malcolm Sessi, his first pick of the season, as he had won this game. And I got to give credit to Bowie State front four. They were applying all pressure this game, forcing Bluefield quarterback to throw these bad passes that turned into interceptions. So all love to the D linemen as they racked up 6 sacks, their most sacks this game in the season, 7 QB hits, by far their most in the game this season. And the defense as a whole, they got 14 tackles for losses, only gave up 8 rushing yards, and made Bluefield quarterback throw 20 for 43 with 4 interceptions. So kudos to the defense. That's a big bounce back after what happened last week, where they got demolished and against Virginia State. But back to the offense, who looked good for like the first time in a while, I can say. They scored 2 touchdowns on a 90-yard or more drive. They ran for a season high 171 yards. And this is a big one right here, a big one. They went 5 for 5 in the red zone. No turnovers in the red zone this game, and they scored every single time that they made it. That honestly deserved the wee woo breaking news segment, because the Bulldogs threw 4 picks in the interception this season. Threw 4 picks in the red zone this season, the most in the CIAA. So them going 5 for 5 in the red zone honestly deserved the wee woo breaking news. But for those of you guys watching this on YouTube, I should be showing you a picture right now on the screen, right? Look at how big this hole is for the running back. The running back hasn't seen a hole this big since he came out his mom. You get it? Because the vagina expands when giving birth? No? Alright, my bad. Bad joke, L joke. Overall, Bowie State offensive linemen look solid. There was a few plays where they gave up a sack or made Jordan have to escape the pocket after giving him and the receivers little to no time to work. But they look pretty solid this game. Now, I don't want to say this, but I have to be honest. Bluefield State is sorry. So Bowie State should have won this game easily. Right? We're talking about a team whose defense gives up 32.9 points per game, the most in the CIAA. They have a 132.2 defensive efficiency rating. So Bowie State should have won this game, if we're being honest here. Now Bowie State's next opponent is also sorry, so it should be another W, as they face Elizabeth City State this Saturday. They're 2-6, but I must add this in there. Elizabeth City is entering this game off a huge upset victory on the road, 17-16 at Virginia State. The same team that blew Bowie State out 44-16 in front of 4,000 people here at Bowie State campus and on Bowie State homecoming at that. But the game between Elizabeth City and Virginia, that was like almost the ending of the century, right? So Virginia scored a touchdown. They kicked the field goal and they missed the field goal. So the score is 16-17 after the missed field goal, right? The kick on onside kick with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. They received they kicked the onside kick and they got the ball, ran it back for a touchdown. Right? Then guess what? It got overturned. So after the onside kick, they got the ball, like literally picked up the ball doing an onside kick and ran it back. The team and all 20 other fans that was in the stands was cheering. But the kick got called back. I don't know why. Like, the audio from the ref is terrible, so I couldn't understand what the ref was saying. But Elizabeth City ended up getting the ball, and QB kneeled for the rest of the game and got the W, 17-16. So that ended their 5-game losing streak and gave Virginia State their first loss of the season, ended their 7-game win streak. So don't let that 2-6 record fool you, because they can pull up a bit upset and get the W here against the Bulldogs as well. One more thing I want to point out is that the Bulldogs are 11-2 all time against Elizabeth City since 2009. They are currently on a 9-game win streak against them. But don't let that win streak fool you either. because Virginia State was 11-2 all time against them, flashing back to 2008 before Saturday's game, right? Virginia was on a 10-game win streak against them, but Elizabeth City managed to upset Virginia. So history don't always repeat itself. So don't be surprised if the Bulldogs get upset by this team as well. It can happen. But on to volleyball. The volleyball team is now 2-23 as they lost to Bluefield. I was there. I was color commentating that game, and I must say, the Bulldogs put off the greatest comeback that I've ever seen them pull off for my 3 years here. It was the third set. They was down 18-24. One more point for the Bluefield State, and they would have swept the Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs went on an immaculate 8-0 run to win the set 26-24. But they lost the next set 25-7. So, it matters because they avoided the sweep, but it don't matter because they got like general swept 3-1. But the next game for the Bulldogs, they take on the best team in the Northern Division and the 2022 CIAA champions, Elizabeth City State, which is actually today at 6 p.m. in the AC Jordan Arena. Now, call me delusional, but I feel like one day this team, the Bulldogs, is going to end up like Shaw University, right? Hear me out. From 2010 to 2014, Shaw was terrible. They went like 1-19, 2-24, etc., etc. But from 2015 to 2022, Shaw made the CIAA championship each of those years. And they're on pace to make it again this year as they're 24-4 on a 14-game win streak. I feel like next it's the Bulldogs' turn. Call me delusional, but I see it happening. But like I said earlier, I didn't finish my midterms. I was talking about this one class. It was my theater class. It was too much for the midterms. I took the L. I did some of it. I'm probably gonna get like a 60%. I'll take that L. I'll take it. But I'm not worried, because I got a lot of extra credit for that class. And we also got a little scene that we got to act out tomorrow. So I might give it my all. I can get full credit on that scene that we got to act out. And that's going to kind of make up for the me half. I'm not on the radio, so I can curse. Me half assing on the midterms. Right? So I'm about to say the lines right now in front of this camera to see how much I memorize. Because that we can't read like off of the script. We gotta like memorize it while we're performing. Because she wants us to be able to memorize, whatever. Because like our first few plays, we was able to read the script as we was performing. But now we gotta perform based off of memory, not reading scripts. So right now, I'm gonna just read the line based off of memories. I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna for one beat, you're gonna hear me raise my voice. Not super loud, but you're gonna hear my voice raise. Y'all ready? Watch this. What's it called? An Emmy Award acting right here. And scene. Why didn't you tell me, mama? Little black boys need heroes to help them grow into men. You could have whispered names in my crib while I lay awake or sleeping. I waged war against the only authority I ever knew. You, mama. Why didn't you tell me? Mama, no. You were too busy destroying and turning me against the only superhero I ever knew. My daddy. You shouldn't have kicked me out of the house my teen years. I forgot the line. God dang it. Hold on. Cut. Hold on. Okay. You shouldn't have kicked me out of the house my teen years. You could have given me hope instead and let me turn all my anger into crime. Why didn't you tell me, mama? I would have listened and turn it to, God dang it, I would have, what is it? Why didn't you tell me, mama? I would have listened and grown up fighting for freedom like a man, like a man, like a man. Anywho, y'all get the gist of it, right? I'm pretty amazed with myself. So the first beat was like, how do I explain this? So the first beat, I'm sitting down, talking to my mom, who's like in a chair across from me, right? I'm talking to her calmly. That's why I was like this, calm myself down, praying to God. I keep my temper. The second beat, I get up, I'm angry. I like toss the chair. I throw my hat down, saying I waged war against the only authority I knew, you mama, da da da, right? The third beat, I start breaking down in tears. Cause when I get mad, I start crying. So I start breaking down, saying, you shouldn't put me at the house in my teen years. That third beat, when I'm crying, I just started that today. Like we got this assignment like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago maybe, 5 weeks ago maybe. I should have memorized this play, but I be ball driving. So I just started memorizing the third beat now. That starts off with dang, I just said it. What is it? You shouldn't have kicked me out the house my teenage years. I just started memorizing that today. And keep in mind, this assignment is due tomorrow. We gotta present this tomorrow. And here I am, the day before, trying to memorize the last few lines. But I think I'm ready for the assignment though. Like I said, I just showed y'all the words. I didn't really show no action or whatever. I showed me crying, but I didn't show me throwing a chair, throwing my hat, none of that. But I'm reading the play that I'm reading is called Man in Red. So I'm about to show up looking like a blood, looking like a girl just splashed her period blood on me, right? I'm gonna wear red shoes, red hoodie, red shorts. Y'all see this hat behind me? That Akoski hat? I'm gonna wear that black hat because it got red on it. I'm wearing my red gym bag. I'm gonna be out there red it out, looking like a blood walk. Cause that earlier in the year, she said only like I don't know if it was for this one assignment or for every assignment, but she said only the best wins, right? So she meant like for that one assignment is worth 50 points. So the best team get 50 points, and the other two teams can only get like anywhere between 0 and like 49.9 points, right? So I don't know how much this assignment worth, but I want to get full credit. I want to be the best. I want to be the very best. I want to be the best. I want to get full credit. So I'm going to go all out. And by the way, my group won that performance, if you're wondering. So we got full 50 points because I'm that guy. But yeah, it's going to be kind of hard though, because that in class, we've been kind of practicing performing in front of our classmates. So I seen other people's performances, and it was pretty good. So it's going to be kind of hard to top that. But I think I got it in me. I just got to memorize the rest of these lines by tonight. So once I get done editing this and uploading, I'm gonna try to memorize it. And other than that, that's all for today. Like I said, I'm here in my room, so I can't be super loud. I got two mates behind me and in front of me. So only time will tell how much longer I will be in this room. Even with that mean, on Sunday, I gotta stay home for a little while and record the episode there, so I can be louder. My parents, they'll be alright. They'll understand, hopefully. I'll be louder at my house, be more energized. But in here, I gotta be kind of low. So I won't be seeing no noise complaint. That's it for today's episode. I'll be your host, Alan Sims. I'm out.